Like a little two-stroke. There you are, like that. Here you go, here's another one. Oh, come on then. What, you want tickles or what? Oh yeah,
yes.
There you go. She's left-handed, you know.
Yeah, so are you.
I know. That's why I bought her. I'm Henry Cole. Let's just take things one at a time. And along with fellow fanatic Fuzz Townsend,
Quick, have a look in there.
we're back on the hunt for vintage treasures. Oh, cool, blimey. In the nation's sheds. We're going to buy them, fix them up, and sell them for a tidy profit. Yes! Welcome to Shed and Buried. We're on our way to Worthing on the south coast. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
I was down in Worthing near Brighton. I bought a petrol pump from a bloke called Stephen. And Stephen reminded me of that fact on the phone the other day.
Okay.
And he said, I've now got my own workshop kind of industrial unit, but I've got a lot of stuff if you're interested. So I said, Stephen, I will bring my friend Fuzz.
Great stuff.
And let's hope it'll be worth it.
I see what you did there. It's worth going the distance.
Whether there are any more worthwhile puns, who knows? But for the second time, Worthing, here I come. Now, Steve, tell me about your little lock-up here.
I share it with a mate.
Oh, yeah?
We met when I actually bought this off of him about 10, 15 years ago. This was a restoration project, and that's how I got to know him, and then I ended up renting a unit with him down the road, and then it got too small for us, and then we just moved here because it's bigger.
Cool.
So it's tinkering here?
We just tinker, yeah.
I've known you as an arch tinkerer.
Arch tinkerer, that's
rather
me.
like my good self. Well, I just look at stuff, really, drink tea and look at Alan Milliard. But I do love trinketry.
Yeah.
Have you got any trinketry?
I've got a bit of trinketry in there
Good
you
boy.
might be interested in.
And of course, the important thing is it all for sale?
I should say just about everything's for sale, yeah.
Just about
Just about everything.
Hey, Steve, so look, we'll have a rummage.
Have a rummage,
As
help
always.
yourself. There's stuff
And,
up there, there's
great,
stuff
great,
down there,
great.
stuff
And
everywhere.
there I can see.
There's a
And,
few
well,
bikes over there.
Hopefully at the end of it we'll have a bit of a haggle, but I
Yep.
might call you over on a couple of bikes
Yep,
that I've
not a
got a
problem.
clue about.
Not a
Yeah,
problem.
brilliant.
Go
Why don't
in
we
the
start there
sunshine.
and save the best?
Yeah.
It's like having kind of sausage, egg, chips and some broccoli.
Yeah.
Right? We'll do the broccoli first.
Exactly.
And save the sausage, egg and chips.
I do
Which
that.
is in here.
Yeah, I do exactly the same.
Broccoli, anyone?
Yes, please.
Come on then. See you in a minute, Steve.
See you later.
All right. I guess the dog is not for sale.
Oh, no.
No.
No. But, do you know, there's something about this that's calling out to me. I like it.
Do you know what it is?
It's a CZ.
Like British brands Enfield and BSA, CZ was originally a gun manufacturer which diversified into more lucrative bike production. After the war, CZ became Europe's second biggest bike manufacturer, famous for their pokey two-strokes. This obviously has been doctored quite severely.
Yes.
Yeah?
It seems like it's a little bit naughty.
The paint job is fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, look at it. I mean, look, if that is a 125, right,
Yes.
then what a learner legal bike that is.
That is a fantastic little thing, isn't
Cool.
it? Yeah.
I'll tell you what also is cool about this, the kickstart is actually the gear shifter as well. You push it in
Yeah.
like that and then you kickstart it.
I'm very impressed.
Are you impressed with my knowledge?
I'm impressed with your knowledge, but also with the technology.
What a great start. I
Yeah.
think something like that would sell exceptionally well. Shall we move on?
Yes.
This is quite rare. It's a Bridgestone. In spite of its American-sounding name, Bridgestone, the famous tyre manufacturer, is Japanese through and through. In the 50s, they expanded into motorbikes, but after almost 2 decades, in 1970, they changed their minds and refocused on tyres, hence the rarity of their bikes. Steve?
Yes?
Will you come over here? Am I right this is a 175 Bridgestone?
Yep, it's a 175 Bridgestone Hurricane Scrambler.
Oh, okay.
Unbelievably rare, but parts are so easy to get for them.
Are they really?
Right.
So there's a guy in America, I think, who bought everything. that Bridgestone had in stock. He's got something like 350 tonnes of spares.
Wow, that's amazing.
I bought a brand new old stock Speedo for this.
Yeah.
35 quid, shipped from America.
Wow.
Man, that's crazy. Continuing with the theme of small bikes, Steve's got Honda Scramblers, newish Yamahas. If you were commuting, what a lovely thing that is. And custom bobbers. How lovely is that with the blue anodised wheels? But the bike that really stands out is this Suzuki. I don't know whether that's a 500. All I do know is it's been quite heavily customised as a Suzuki two-stroke.
Yeah.
Flat tracker. Steve?
Yep.
Come and talk flat tracker. Blimey, that is a bit bright, isn't it?
It is a bit loud, yeah. And it's the,
Tell me about it. Is it 500?
it's T350. But whoever had it before was engineered, he made all the oil tank for it.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he made
look.
all sorts of bits and pieces for it.
Wow.
The only issue with it was when I got it was the oil pump wasn't feeding any oil to the right-hand main.
Right.
So I had to source another oil pump, and they are ridiculously expensive if you can find
Are
them.
they? So they're made of unobtainium, as
yes,
they say.
they're made of unobtainium.
What's the theme with the smaller bikes?
I just prefer the smaller bike. I have more fun on a smaller bike than I do on the big ones.
Yeah.
We have this thing with small bikes that when you're riding them, right, you've got to be able to go slow enough to talk to each other. Right? There's no point in trying to go hell for leather. Do that on your Fireblade. You know, I like to look at the hedgerows rather than be in them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So a great selection of bikes, but having chewed on the broccoli, time for the comfort food. Oh, mate, this is the full English breakfast now.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on. Shed racer bib.
Steve's lockup is half workshop, half grotto, with shelves full of automotive trinketry.
Careful.
No, hang on.
Look, there are lots of hazards.
Oh. You need arms like Elastigirl to get stuff off his top shelf. But it's well worth the effort. So look, we've got an oil dispenser here.
Yeah.
We've got a big Castrol oil can there.
Yep.
We've got a 2-gallon can there.
Yes.
So nice patina. Once that's cleaned up, that'll
Yeah,
look
very
lovely,
lovely.
won't it? I mean, I don't know whether Steve would be interested in letting that SO mix clock go.
I know, but it
Do you know
is
what I mean?
lovely.
Maybe it was beautiful. You never know.
Make the right offer.
Should we crack on?
Yeah.
Moving further in, there are yet more delights. Check this out, mate. Now look, I know it's a replica, I know all that drivel, but
But that's got you written all over it, hasn't it? That's
that
your
is
kind
me,
of thing.
isn't it?
Very much so.
What a
yeah.
lovely, lovely thing.
That's it. Tease a little bit of hair out. That could be you.
Are you jealous?
Yes.
I thought you were. Right. Moving on.
Careful. Look, there's more high-flying trinketry around here.
I'll tell you something else though.
Yeah.
If you look down, there's something rather nice. So yet another oil dispenser, but I tell you right, as we know, clean that up, perhaps respray it yellow.
Yeah.
And put a Shell Mex sticker on it or something.
Exactly, yeah.
Easily double its value. There are a few more things on the top shelf, but we've got enough. Look, I think we're done. I mean, we could be here all day, couldn't we? What a smorgasbord of delights! Cans, signs and curios of all description, ripe for restoration. Okay, all the trinketry, etc. Perfect.
Yeah.
Do a deal on that. But what bike rose your boat?
I like that CZ, but I also like the BS.
Yeah, same here. What about those new 125s? Do you think there's a resale? Perhaps there is for the Yamaha one.
Yeah, I mean, the Yamaha one looks great.
And I feel in the mood for a deal. First up though, should we get some prices on the bikes?
Yep.
Just on that row there,
Yep.
the little Yamaha 125.
The black and white one, yeah, they're not mine. They belong to the guy
Oh,
that I
right.
share the unit with. But I said he'd
Okay.
let them go for about $8.50 a piece.
Oh,
both of
okay.
them, yeah.
The bike that reminds me of Henry, the BS.
The Bridgestone,
Yeah.
again, 1,200 quid, I think.
Okay.
Okay. And the CZ is a 125.
It is a 125, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, got the V5.
What would that be?
To you, 800 quid.
All right.
Can I sort of ask about the
Yes.
the SO Mix clock?
I don't know about. I've never ever seen another one. A friend of mine who works in demolition was demolishing an old petrol station up north somewhere, and
there it was.
fished it out of what was the office. I had no idea of its value.
So look, we've got a Silcoline oil can, we've got carbaryl, we've got an oil dispenser that may well have been Shell, we've got a Pratt's, a job lot perhaps. Should we go for a job lot?
Yeah, go for a job lot if you like. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
What would you reckon?
Got to be 300 quid, I would have thought. I'll even throw in a 1970s ashtray. Look at that.
Look at that.
Well, you keep your keys now.
Yeah, that's
Giving
right.
up.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah,
weren't they?
nobody does that anymore.
So 300 for that.
Yep.
800 on the CZ.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's 1,100 quid, isn't it?
That is, yes. Yeah, I mean, a rounder number would be nicer.
Got like 1,200.
We're in Worthing with Stephen, haggling over a custom CZ and a pile of trinkets. Starting price, 1,100.
A rounder number would be nicer.
Got like 1,200. Yeah.
No, that's more curved and sculptural.
Grand in
number.
the hand?
Grand in the hand, yeah. I'll do that for you,
Yeah?
Henry. Yeah.
Legend.
Not a
All
problem.
right. Next day, back at the shed, we show Alan and Skid the swag. Don't say that me and Fuzz don't look after you two, because I think that's really nice.
You can't beat a mustard yellow CZ 150, can you?
Well, you may call it mustard yellow.
It's a 125 now, which
Oh,
means
it's
it's
125.
learner legal. I'd rather have that than a new one.
Makes it more valuable, 125.
Yeah.
There you are, you see.
There we go.
You've talked yourself into it. What also came with it was a V5, you'd be pleased to know, and also those indicators.
Yes, because we have this item here.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
dangly
it's just
wangly.
dangling, yeah.
I think the bars need changing. Look,
Twist
and
them all the way
also if you twist them, they're not exactly
Tight.
tight. No.
Does
Yeah.
it go?
That's your job. You can't ask me. I don't know.
I thought you might have asked the seller when you...
He did say it ran.
But they all say that, though, don't they?
I know. Moving on to the trinket tree, it's basically a clean-up rather than a full restoration. We'll wash them first, then we'll oil them. That clock, we'll see if it works, because that's rather a lovely little
What year
thing.
was it tested out?
21.
Oh, well,
All
that'll
right,
work
so we
then.
got a chance.
Yeah.
That oil dispenser there, the two on the bottom there, one will clean, and the other one I think perhaps we can slap a sticker on to add
Okay.
value. But first up, shall we get this going?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I think
Okay.
we go mega cheap. I don't think we should even check for a spark. I
All
think
right.
we should literally go for
Well,
it.
we
Come
just
on.
go for it. So without more ado, Alan tries to start it. That's 8 kicks, not 2. Guy's early optimism was misplaced. That was quite annoying.
I would suggest the battery's probably flat.
OK, so how do we get to that? Fuzz removes the seat and we fit a new one from stock.
That's contact. Right, go on. Right, kick it now.
Yes, massive kick.
Got a
there we go.
spark?
Yeah, so what we need to do now is just connect these up.
What, was it the battery that stopped the spark?
Battery stops the spark. As soon as he connects up a new battery, I've got to right belter off the plug leads.
Right, get on with it. On goes the ignition, and Alan stomps again. Our CZ ain't just sparking, it's purring. Congratulations all round.
He runs.
This is good news. This is very good news. Now then,
It sounds just like a CZ.
Yeah.
it's funny that, isn't it?
Got that rung,
how that works.
da-dung, rung, da-dung,
Sort of
da-dung,
wang,
da-dung.
ting, ting.
It's almost BSA Bantam sound. isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. You know what I mean? I can't wait to ride it.
Well, we've just got to tighten up the handlebars, put the seat back on, and you probably can.
Before that pleasure, we start on the trinkets. Right, are you going to plug it in?
I will do. Okay.
It's right, it's working!
It has
Look.
got a second hand. Look at that.
Look at it, it's going!
Hooray.
It's trebled its value. Next, the cans. OK, you put the gunk on.
Yes.
Right? And I will jet wash the dust away. Yes?
Yeah,
Is that
from
right?
From a distance.
Yeah, OK. My new jet wash makes swift work of the crud. But it's hard not to get carried away.
Done. I'm speechless. I'm literally dumbfounded, speechless. You've blown it across the concrete.
Under Mr. Willison's watchful eye, I take it slightly more gently.
Not that close.
He'll put me in detention next.
You're that far from it.
20 minutes later, we're done. Great, OK, we'll let them dry off, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, and then oil them and we'll be there.
Yeah, I'll look for a sticker for that. Alan and Fuzz, meanwhile, are rather more precisely sorting out the CZ's wiring before fitting the indicators.
There's a heat gun for you.
Oh,
that
right,
you
OK.
requested.
Thank you very much.
Several wires have come loose and need to be rejoined.
So what I'm doing is I'm using a little connector that has solder inside. So when I heat it up, the solder melts and joins the two wires together. At least that's the theory. I'm hoping that the wires are thick enough to actually take it.
The theory's sound, and soon it's all sorted. How's it going? I can see. Oh, yeah.
To set the handlebar controls.
Yeah. Have you reset the handlebars?
We have, yeah.
Now, this is one of the things we've cleaned, yeah? And I've got a sticker which could go there, like
Yeah,
that.
that's definitely
Yeah.
good. Isn't
What
it?
do you reckon?
Yeah, let's see like that.
That's
that
better
clears
like
it there.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it.
I think so.
Let's put it like that, shall we? Guy does the honours with the sticker. There, bang it in. What do you reckon about there-ish? Me and Alan put the vintage sign up. Not that I have any intention of keeping it. That is a beautiful thing. Guy takes the petrol can caps to his polishing mop.
I'm polishing these because we know it adds value, and the punters, they're drawn to these. If it's got a shiny cap on, you can more or less sell any can.
And Fuzz retouches the ashtray. Lads, I think we've done a great job today, don't you?
Yes.
Hey? Now, I have made a phone call. Ben, you know Ben, he's going to come tomorrow, right, to hopefully buy the bike. I think he might quite like a CZ125, you know what I mean? So, we wait till tomorrow where we might be holding folding. First, though, the test ride. Me and Guy are in my Ural sidecar to stick with the Eastern European theme. But Alan stayed Japanese on a trusty Kawasaki. The important person, though, is our Fuzz, who's up front on the CZ.
But yeah, it seems pretty well behaved. Handle's okay. When I was a kid, and the CZs didn't have a great reputation. People sort of like cocked a bit of a snoot at them. And I think with the passage of time, these will become a great bike.
CZ looks good. Oh, it looks lovely. I'm really quite fond of it. It's like here. For a learner, that's a cool bike. Yeah. Very in. Yeah.
Like a lot of similar British companies, CZ disappeared because they couldn't compete with the Japanese brands of the 1970s. But they were cheap, reliable bikes, and as this one proves, built to last. What do you reckon?
That's a little Bobby Dazzler, that thing.
What is it?
Yeah, just a little bit of a tweak here and there, but it's getting there. I think it's running slightly rich, but with that eased off, I think it'll be a good old goer. I'll be sad to see it go.
Well, it could be yours now if you're
It could be
interested.
first reserve.
1,200 quid, mate.
Hold on, 1,200 quid?
Yeah.
I was there when you bought it.
I know.
And me and Al have done all the work on it.
All right, oh, grand then. You are joking.
Come on. Come on.
You. I was getting all excited.
Yeah, we thought,
Yeah.
oh, I'll have to cancel the sale.
Yeah, I just thought my luck was in. Anyway, look, I'm glad it's running. I'm glad it's riding. All we got to do now is flog it. Next day, it's flagellation time. Now, Ben, right, this is, as you know, the CZ125, but it's got its own character. It's kind of a little calf racer.
Oh, different, interesting.
Are you interested, or are you just being nice to me?
Bit of both.
OK, so in that case, I'll be nice to you on a really good deal of 1,200 quid.
Still a little steep on that. Would have to be something slightly more affordable to make it worthwhile.
So go on then, what?
9?
Can we call it $1,000 and call it quits?
Easy enough.
Go on then, mate.
Go on then.
Happy days. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, that's great. I'll tell you what, man, I haven't ridden it, but Fuzz has, and he says it's really sweet and really nice. So if it isn't when you ride it, blame him.
Well, mate, how did that go?
I think quite well.
Good.
Got $1,000 for it.
What did it stand you in at, do you know? Can you
Well,
remember?
it was $1,000 a lot. So we've got the clock,
Yes.
right, which I can see from here, just over there.
Yeah.
And we've got all the trinkets in the shed to sell. So that's got to be 300-400 quid free, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. Mate, if we could do that every day.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, it'd be easy.
I'll make you a cup of tea.
Oh, thank you.
Today, we're off to West Sussex. We're going to go and see Dino
Yeah.
and his rather large, I'm told, shed, right?
Oh, that sounds absolutely great. Whoa,
Yes.
wait a minute. Large
Yes.
sheds?
Yes,
You know what you can get in a large shed?
yes. I
Large
know.
things.
And I think he might have something that you might quite like. And what would that be, Fuzzer?
That would be a bus or a coach or a bus and a coach.
I think it might be a bit of both, I don't know.
Brilliant. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Now I am very, very excited. Wow.
Now, Dino, just looking behind us, right, you've got something for Fuzz. I can see a
Oh,
coach
yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
This is a great looking shed. Absolutely fantastic.
Some old broken down bits and bobs for
So-
old broken down men, yeah.
For broken down men.
Yeah.
Well, that,
Old
we're ready to
broken
go,
down.
Yeah,
mate.
we're here.
Yeah, there you go.
How did you start then, Dino? How did you start
Mate, I'm
collecting?
just a collector, mate, a hoarder, you know, and it just outgrew everything, every bit of space that I had.
All of this stuff, is it all for sale? That's a yes face. That's a yes face. Go on, say yes,
Well, that's,
Dino.
that's
If there's enough
expensive.
cash, then we can maybe talk.
Okay,
yeah.
now look, what we're going to do, Dino, obviously we will go
Yeah.
and have a lovely big rummage. And then at the end, we might just have a haggle. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. I think that might be an idea.
Cool.
Okay, mate, look, we'll
Fill
see you
your
in a bit.
boots.
Okay, Dino, come
Come
on,
on,
Fuzz.
then. Let's get up there. Come on, Henry, hurry up. We don't want to miss the bus.
Oh, don't be like
Come
that.
on.
I have to tell you, man, that does look quite nice. Obviously, I know nothing about it.
Right, you comfortable?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It won't take long. This is a nice little 1967 Bedford VAS chassis with a Plaxton Embassy body. Probably.
I reckon the seating's still there.
Oh yeah, there's loads of seats in it.
Mate, this is it.
Look at that, nice, easy to drive. You can see all the controls. It's kind of based on pretty much a basic car. I think this is a very exciting little bus.
How much is something like this? I've got no idea.
You're probably looking at 12 to 15. Trouble is though, I don't think it'll go for that.
Right, come on. I've seen what looks like a kind of orangey car. Come on.
Let's go and have a look. Yeah, it's a Morgan 4.4.
It's good from far, but far from good, is it?
Well, look, yeah, so there's a bit of peely paint and stuff, but look, it's got a great interior. That interior is original, isn't it? Look. Okay, so it's lost its stuffing a bit.
Story of my life. Morgan is one of Britain's oldest surviving car manufacturers, established in 1909 to build three-wheelers. The Morgan 4.4 was their first conventional car, introduced in 1936 and in production until 2018. As the name suggests, it has a 4-cylinder engine.
What's the SP on this?
It's new out the factory, one family owner.
When was it new? 70s?
1967, I reckon.
Oh, really? OK,
Yeah.
OK, so one family owner.
Yeah, they took it to the States, had it running around there. Then a mate of mine found it, and we brought it over here.
And that's it?
Yeah, it's sitting around for 10 years, but it's in lovely condition.
Does it run?
Maybe.
What, so you haven't had it running?
Not yet. It's a lovely thing to rag around in.
Yeah, well, look, we'll have a
Be a
think
great
about
car.
it, and then we'll come back to you.
Sure.
Yeah?
Not a
All right,
problem.
mate. Great. Thanks, Dino. Shall we have a look under the bonnet? Oh, that looks all right. If we could get it running, we could sell it on as a rolling resto.
Very good idea.
Dino's got loads of vehicles, but he's also got oodles of motoring ephemera, like this neon BSA motorbike sign.
Neon is always a brilliant thing to see. Open up your garage.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Even as a repro, that's definitely got a market.
Yeah, I agree. I'd like it in my living room.
Would you?
Yeah, I
Could
would.
be yours, mate. Just let me buy it and I'll sell it to you.
Dino's other transport ephemera includes these 1970s magazine posters.
Look at that.
Now that is absolutely brilliant. I love it.
You get these and frame them.
Yeah, I think those are absolutely brilliant.
Do you?
Stunning, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. love
OK,
them.
well, look, that's a potential.
A lubricant stand, right for upcycling.
A couple of cable ties under the bottom there. Magazines.
And this even more delectable French Le Mans poster.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice.
Hold on. What about that?
Canvas type stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Edition Le Mans 1973.
Right.
So that was probably a reprint from Le Mans.
Yeah.
And for something quintessentially English, there's this.
This is a Daimler.
This is basically a Daimler Sovereign. Daimler's version of the XJ6.
Founded in 1896, Daimler was one of Britain's first car manufacturers. In 1902, it was so esteemed that it became the official motor supplier to the royal family. But after being taken over by Jaguar in 1960, the brand was reduced to little more than rebadged versions of Jaguars with cosmetic modifications.
4.2 litre, nice automatic gearboxes all of these had. This was the slightly more wafty version of the Jaguar XJ6.
Can I just stop you there? Wafty version.
Wafty.
What does that mean?
Yeah, you know, this is a bit more upmarket.
When actually this is a Jag.
Yeah, it is a Jag. Even the engine. It's even got
Really?
the XK 4.2 litre engine.
Has it?
Yeah.
OK, let's have a look under the old bonnet. Oh, that doesn't look too bad.
OK, it's obviously had a bit of a quick paint job, so that detracts from the overall look if you're going to show it, but from the usability, that's not a bad thing.
It's very Arthur Daly type vibe.
I think it's gone beyond that now. I
Oh,
think,
do you?
yeah, I think a lot of people would like to be seen wafting around in this.
Do you think I could waft in this?
I think you could, yeah. I think, in fact, you've got a little bit of a waft on already.
Hey, I think if I took my hat off, right,
Oh,
and then put it this way round,
you-
I'm ready for wafting.
So what a shed! Sports cars, saloon cars, and everything else in between. But what are we going to buy? Time to get Dino back in.
Can we start with the big thing?
Go on then.
OK, so that little Bedford Vass, what are your thoughts on that one?
18?
What?
18?
OK, let's move on.
OK.
Yeah, all right. Now, you've got yourself a nice little Morgan over there.
That
How
would-
much is it?
11?
11 grand? Not cheap then.
There's some interesting pictures. You know, there's three
Okay.
of them.
For the 3, 180?
150? All right.
Thank you.
OK.
Right, we're just a start. It's a
very
start.
much. We'll get you
It's a
somewhere.
start.
Yeah.
Also, the Le Mans poster.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The poster over there
Yeah.
is an original 1970s 140.
Oh, yeah. Let's move on with that because we
Okay.
might be able to do something
Yeah, we
further
might,
down.
yeah. That is super, super nice. 5.5.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. All right, we'll leave that one. Right, now, let's talk Morgan, shall we, briefly?
yeah.
Now, look, if we're going to do a deal on a Morgan, we've
Yeah.
got to understand, one, we've got to make a profit on it.
Of course.
Right, and two, it could be completely awful.
Yeah. You can make a bid. We're open to offers.
7.5.
No. Could do 9.5.
All right, that way.
We're in West Sussex with Dino, closing in on a Morgan 4.4.
8. That's about
A
it.
little bit more. Another quarter.
8-1 with the Le Mans poster.
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
8.2 with the Le Mans poster.
250 and yes.
Go on then.
250.
Shall we?
Okay, go on then.
Thank you very
Right,
much.
Dino,
Thank
I
you.
have to tell you, we may have got a nice little earner there, or we may have got ourselves a slight problem.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Next morning, back at the shed, Guy gets his first peek at our latest restoration challenge.
Can I just read you the health warning? Okay.
Yes.
Now, Fuzzy and I could not actually have a proper look at it, mainly because there were cars all round it. It doesn't run, okay?
Yeah.
The brakes have had it. Yeah.
The wheel nuts are loose, so that would explain someone's been looking at that or something.
Right, okay, so someone's been having a fiddle, but basically my idea would be let's get it running,
Yeah.
let's get it riding, let's get it stopping,
Yeah.
right? Clean it up and then sell it as a rolling resto.
Okay, I think that's a great idea.
There is only one problem.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly your best car mechanic. You vaguely, I think we need some specialist help.
Cue our very own specialist helper, the engine whisperer, Alan Milliard.
He's ready to go, look, he's put his gloves on.
Nice Morgan.
Now, Millie, obviously I don't have a clue. I think what we should try and do first is get it started.
First up, a bit of clearing.
Shall I get all this stuff out so you
you
can
find where the
have
battery's
full
got.
access?
I'll give it
kid? Oh my God, that's actually the floor. Look,
It is.
Then we move on to the tricky bit, the engine. This car hasn't been started for at least 10 years and it needs a new battery.
now I think this has got some charge in it, lads.
That's going to be a tight fit in there. You've got to wiggle it in past the brake hose.
The battery fits.
It is rather
I'll
large.
tell you what, you do get a bad back when you get to our age, Al, don't you?
But some of the electrics appear faulty.
Nothing on the headlights, what about indicators?
Looking for the switch.
Oh yeah, got a left indicator.
Do you know what's really surprising? The indicators work.
Oh no.
They're normally the things that don't work, aren't they, the indicators?
Headlights don't work, so we'll have a look at that. That might be a fuse.
Before we examine all the fuses, we're going to check the starter motor works.
Here we go.
In goes some fuel, and Guy tries the ignition again.
And again. No spark.
The starter motor works, but the engine won't run because there's no power getting to the spark plugs, hence no spark. Alan double checks with the voltage meter.
There's no power getting to the core, no 12-volt power. So
What?
There could be a secret switch.
What, a cut-off switch?
Yeah.
Alan looks under the dashboard for a cut-off switch, ably assisted by Jellybean, who wants to help lick the problem.
What have you found?
I'm getting up my ear. Get out the dog.
What have you found?
There's a broken connector under here.
Oh yeah?
It looks like it should go onto the ignition switch.
I think you're going to have to get your dog under control.
No, I think it's great. Al, I can't believe that you don't like it.
I don't mind it, but it's a little I feel a bit damp.
Next time when he attaches the meter, there's power
Yes, we've got both.
and a spark.
Yes!
All right! Hurrah! We've got a spark, man! That's fantastic. Oh, look, we're halfway there.
Before we try again, we spray the carb with Easy Start, a highly inflammable compound which speeds up combustion.
Ready?
Yeah.
Only one of the engine's 4 cylinders is firing.
I have to change all the spark plugs. It's
We
got
change
one-
all the plugs. Let's do that.
So we try changing all the spark plugs. It still doesn't work. Then Alan spots something. The HT leads that go into the spark plugs have not been attached in the correct order. We try again. And this time,
Yeah, it's nearly there. That's idling. That's idling.
Alan, as ever, was right. What a bright spark.
All the plug leads on the wrong way round, but not just on the wrong way round. They're in the wrong place on the distributor.
There you go, you see, man. Hey, look, it seems as though the legend that is Mr. Milliard has got it going.
All that remains is to give it a quick test ride around my field.
Right, who's getting in where?
It's a 2-seater, but needs must.
Right,
I'm in.
ready? Let's do it. We're okay, we're away.
We haven't done anything to the brakes, so I'm going to play it nice and steady.
What do you reckon, Bean? Oh, dear. Oh,
Practice
blimey.
not as good as we thought.
No, no, it's just the surface.
God, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Speedo works.
Everything works, man. Everything works. I'll tell you what, this is just going to be a lovely car to drive.
It will be. Because we just literally got it going this morning.
I mean, listen to it.
We'll send it out to get the brake pads refitted. And yes, it does need a clean, but what a car!
First test ride.
It was just tranquil.
It's divine, Al.
Yeah.
It
Really?
burbles along beautifully, doesn't it?
Rather like him, eh?
I
No,
don't-
that's bumbles along.
I was concerned I could see the grass underneath us while I was going along.
Yeah, all right, there are a few holes in it, I must admit. We do have a little bit of a steamy radiator, but I think we can sort that out with a little bit of that juice you put in there.
Yeah, that's all that.
Yeah, whatever it's called. And then we just got to clean it, fettle it, sort out the soft top, and then sell it.
The coolest thing for me is all the electrics work. The
Yes.
speedo works, the oil gauge works, the ammeter works, and it drives nice and the gears work.
Happy days. What a fabulous day.
Yeah.
Huh?
Great fun.
2 days later, the brake pads are done and the carpets are back from the cleaners.
I've got to tell you, Matt, they've come up rather nice, haven't they?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's just a question now, Skiddy, of finding how they fit
Well,
in there.
shall I say, I think we ought to do, I think some of them will be obvious.
Okay,
Okay, and then we'll be left with stragglers.
okay.
I think it goes. Okay. Oh, I don't know. That's perfect. Look.
Mint, mate.
I think that one goes in there.
No, I don't know. All right.
Oh yeah. Look.
Mate, take a look at that.
That's all right.
That interior now is looking pretty suave, isn't it? Okay, if we're going for a 20 grand car, we need to do a lot more. But we're trying to sell it for an SPQR, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah? Small profit, quick return.
Yeah.
10, 11 grand. Happy days.
Yeah.
I think that's lovely. Do you know what I'm going to do? The sun is out.
Yeah.
Probably not for long. I'm going to call Fuzzer. We're going to go over to Motor Hub.
A few hours later, we're on the road.
Well, look, she's running. So far, so good.
I'm hoping that after all our hard work, this is going to be eminently saleable. And to find out, we're heading for Classic Motor Hub in Bybury.
Now, they have the most beautiful classic cars. They also opt for a little bit of, you know, buying and selling rolling restos.
All right, well, it's worth a punt, isn't it?
Worth about 11 grand.
Okay, right. Well, it's not bad for an old Morgan.
Well, we'll take 10, eh?
Yeah, it's turned out quite nice, really, hasn't it?
Don't know about that. The rain's getting heavier, there's steam coming from the radiator, and a distinct smell of coolant coming from the engine bay.
That's the beauty of old cars, though. It's great. Yes, brilliant.
It's not great, Fuzzer. We've got to get there.
How
It's
far have
now
we got to go?
pouring with rain.
How far is it?
Another 15 miles, 10 miles.
Well, do you want me to tell you your chances of getting that far?
2 oaks, no open bob oak.
That's right.
5 minutes later, we pull over and bow to the inevitable.
Here, I'm just going to go here, and we're just going to now get weight.
Okay.
Tick over's a little high.
It is, yeah. And there we go.
Oh. I'm so sorry, man. Aren't you going to help at all?
No, there's a bus in 5 minutes.
This is an emergency.
Right. See you later, Henry.
What do you mean by that?
I'm going to catch the bus.
I don't know what to do.
Well, I can't hang around here. I've got things to do. See you later.
Fuzz? Fuzz! Fuzz!
2 days later, back at the ranch, I've mended the radiator and have even found a punter. My friend Steph and her hubby Graham are petrol heads whose dream is to tour Europe in a vintage car. Let's hope they approve of our work so far.
Steph, seriously, right, obviously it needs resto. But it is a rolling resto. But it's a Morgan, it's 1967,
Yeah.
10 grand, it's yours. And I'll have it delivered, because Guy will drive it over. Well, we might trailer it just because, do you know what I mean?
Yes. There's a lot that needs doing.
Seriously, it's a lovely
That's
thing.
going to take a lot of weekends.
That's the point of it, isn't it?
That's the whole thing. The fun is
Isn't
in
it?
doing it.
She's just trying to haggle me.
Yeah.
What's your best price then?
9.
All right. Shake it by the hand. Yeah,
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Steph,
Brilliant.
look, I have to tell you, yeah, 9 grand. I mean, I haven't made much.
What have I done?
But I don't know, darling. But now it's over to you. That's the result,
Yeah.
isn't it? Hey, thank you so much, Steph. I tell you what, man, I promise you, yes, it might still overheat a little bit. Yes, it might need a bit of work. But basically, you've got yourself. All right, so look, right.
Yeah.
I've never seen something like this in a shed.
What, you've never seen a tractor with a Rolls-Royce Type 58 engine out of a Shackleton bomber?
What? Strangely not.
I'm Henry Cole,
Oh, I say, now then.
and along with fellow fanatics Fuzz Townsend
Look at this.
and top restorers Alan Milliard and Guy Willison, we're on the hunt for vintage treasures in the nation's sheds.
Light my fire.
We're going to buy them, fix them up, and sell them for a tidy profit.
Go on, son.
Welcome to Shed and Buried. We're off to Somerset to see Mike and his mega shed full of vintage tractors.
Now, I want you to take in all the views, Bean, because it's quite a long journey we have in front of us.
Down the southwest.
Somerset, innit, M5?
I like it down there.
Supposedly, our Mike, that's his name, Michael, has something like 60 tractors.
Brilliant.
I think from
Brilliant.
pre-war.
That sounds good to me.
It's a long old hike, but I'm sure it'll be worth it.
He's left here, and you can see, can't you? That is bigger than a double garage.
I've got a soft spot for tractors, so I'm tingling with excitement.
Now, Mike, little birdie tells me that you're into a bit of agricultural stuff. Is that right?
Well, we've got about 70 vintage tractors and 40 odd early hay balers,
What?
grass mowers and hay turners and
Hang on, what, did you
thrashing
say
machine.
7 or 70?
70. Well, I don't know. I think it's somewhere between 60 and 70.
Tractors?
Yeah.
The main thing, of course, is, are you going to let us buy a few things today?
Well, I could be perhaps persuaded in some sort of the other way.
Okay.
You know? Yeah,
Great, so you
yeah.
could be tempted.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
great, Mike. All right, well, look, how it rolls is that Fuzzy and I'll go and have a little look around.
Yeah.
If that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll call you in
Yeah.
and
okay.
ask you a few things if I get lost.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
If you're not out by Thursday, I'll come and find you.
Okay, great,
Okay.
Mike. All right. Well, look, shall we start with this rather small shed here?
Sounds like a good idea, yeah.
Great, all right. All right,
See
Mike.
you later.
See you in a bit.
Okay.
Come on. there's nothing in here for you, mate.
Oh, look at, hold on, wait a minute, look. Look at this.
Oh my Lord.
Wow.
Mate, he said he was into agricultural equipment in a small way.
We got balers, we got crawlers, tiny little tractors.
Medium tractors, big tractors.
Yeah, really big
combines,
tractors, yeah.
By the look of it.
Come on, let's have a look.
All right, so look, right.
Yeah.
I've never seen something like this in a shed.
What, you've never seen a tractor with a Rolls-Royce Type 58 engine out of a Shackleton bomber?
What? Strangely not. No, hang on, Mike, come over here. Look, now, look,
No, it's not
straight
for
away.
sale.
What?
It's not for sale.
What is this?
Well, it's my tractor puller.
Mike's hobby is tractor pulling, where custom creations like Mike's compete to pull a heavy sledge down a 100-metre track. The winner being who pulls it the farthest. The sport's been pulling in punters since the late 1920s.
I mean, how much power is in this thing?
It was 2,500 brake horsepower, 5,000 pounds-foot torque.
Wow.
Well, obviously not for sale, but fascinating.
Yeah.
But look, we'll head on and keep rummaging. Mike, we'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
See you in
Come
a
on
bit,
then. Come on, Fuzzer. Feast your eyes. Now, look, this is something that I've always wanted to get involved with, a vintage combine. And obviously the early combines were the epitome for me of like the transformation of farming.
And it does literally come from that period of time where the horse was, see you Dobbin, out you go.
Yeah.
And in came these.
They don't go for much money, these, but we could go harvesting.
Vintage harvesting.
They wouldn't run that. Oh, look, something more Arsene.
Yeah.
Come on, mate, hold the
Now,
cub.
I absolutely love these. I bought my first one of these when I was 13 years old. Honda C50. I loved it.
Launched in 1958, the Honda C50 moped is the best-selling motor vehicle ever, with 100 million units manufactured in over 20 countries.
These are eminently saleable, okay?
Yeah.
So we can buy this and we can probably make a little tickle on it, get it going and all that kind of caper.
Well, I love them. I think they're fantastic little bikes.
Hey,
That's
it
the
could
thing
go
about it.
part of a deal.
Yeah.
Part of a deal.
Yeah. Little sweetener.
Yeah.
Cherry.
As well as the tractors and the bikes, Mike's Mega Shed has a cornucopia of vintage collectibles.
Now that is absolutely, I think that's gorgeous.
You're right, I think we need to clean it
Yeah.
and then re-oil it, if you see what I mean,
Yeah.
once we've brought out the graphics.
That's right.
But moving along up here, right, we've got ourselves a few lovely signs. All of those, man, I'm sure if we got them for the right price, could be an NLE, mate. A nice little earner.
Yeah, they are nice, especially the Royal Daylight Oil one.
I
really
love
like
that.
Yeah.
There's so much in this shed, we could be here all week, but one particular item has caught Fuzz's eye.
Now this is a very interesting kind of contraption.
What is it?
Well, I think it's from the war years. Essentially what you got here is a homemade tractor.
Yeah, you have, haven't you?
Yeah.
During the Second World War, thousands of vehicles, such as these bull-nosed Morrises, were converted for use in the fields as part of Britain's effort to be self-sufficient in food.
Wow, what a cool thing to resurrect and get going.
That's true, and it's of a size that's usable. I mean, a lot of people could still use one of these. If you've got a meadow,
why not?
Finger bar mower.
Hang on. I've got a meadow.
With my 5 acres of hay meadow in mind, we continue our search through Mike's giant shed.
Man, there's just such an eclectic mix here. I
There
mean,
is.
look, nice landy.
No, this isn't a Landy. This is an Austin Gypsy. Now, basically, Austin in the late 1950s thought, right, Land Rover's getting all the joy here. So they thought, right, we'll make our own version. So they came up with the Austin Gypsy.
How much would something like this be?
I don't see these making much more than around about £5 grand.
Really?
I think it's a great thing. And your Land Rover door doesn't shut like that, does it?
There's a potential.
Yeah.
And I've learnt something. How fascinating, Fuzzer. Come on.
Okay.
With so much to choose from, my chequebook is weeping. But what can we afford?
I think we need to just take stock. What are we going to buy? What do you think's good?
Okay, well, there's the Austin Gypsy. I think that's an interesting vehicle in itself. It's got a lot of history.
Combine, anyone?
You want a combine?
Why not?
Right.
There's the moped.
Yeah, that's nice, actually.
600 quid.
Yeah, that'd be good at 600. That little converted Morris Bullnose that's been
that
converted
thing.
into
I
a
like
tractor.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, when are you ever going to see another one of them?
Never, ever.
Well, I mean, I haven't, and I've been in 1,000 sheds. Yeah. So perhaps that's a possibility, but it's got to be quite cheap.
Okay.
And then also, obviously, to throw in the mix are a few lovely little signs, and that glyco can could come with us. Well, let's get Mike, shall we?
Yeah, there's
and
a
do
lot
a
of
deal.
stuff. There's a lot of stuff to think about.
I just hope there's something to buy. Come on, mate.
Okay.
Mike, thank you very much. I have to tell you, we could be here for weeks. There's just so much lovely, lovely gear here. Can I get a sighting lap of prices or whether things are for sale? And then we'll come back and do a bit of a haggle if there is the right things for sale.
Right.
The Austin Gypsy.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Less than 3,000 miles from new.
4 or 5 grand area? Shall I leave it with you to brew?
That's what I've seen auction made about 7, so by the time that's, you know.
Oh, okay. Before you here, we have a moped. Yeah?
Yeah.
A little Cub C50.
Yeah.
Would that be available?
Could be, yeah. It is a runner, but I haven't got a registration document for it, but I have got a tax disc.
We'll come back to that in just a second.
Okay, now, very close to us, it looks like an old bullnose Morris or a flat-nose Morris chassis that has been converted into a tractor.
Yeah, it's a Morris Oxford engine.
Oh, right.
Not sure about the radiator. I think it might have been a square nose.
What's your idea on that?
If it's for sale.
Yeah, if it's for sale.
It's a funny thing to try and price, really.
But it's seized, is it?
It's stuck, it's not seized. It's just stuck through standing. We have had it running.
What about that, and there's a lovely Royal Daylight sign, and there's a not so lovely, but I quite like it, Glyco can.
Okay, just place that one for the moment.
Okay, that's probably because I found it right at the back on the floor, round a corner, just to the left of the tractor. Where
All right, okay.
3 grand a lot.
For the Cub, the
Oh, I'll take 3 grand for that. Yeah.
No, that and that, and then the Royal Daylight sign over there.
Yeah.
And that Glyco can that you've never seen because it was just under a load of stuff. 3 grand the lot.
You're getting close.
We're in Somerset with Mike bidding on a moped, a Heath Robinson style tractor and some rare trinkets.
What do you reckon? So 3 grand the lot.
You're getting close.
Is that kind of 3,150 close?
That's hardly close, is it really? That's only just a...
Oh,
Well, you
I
did
thought
say
that
it was
a heck of a
close.
lot
I mean,
more.
you know.
How about 3.5?
Why don't we go 3,250 in the middle?
Go on. Okay.
Top job, man.
Okay.
Top job.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
And I tell you what, that is going to be funny.
I think it's a great piece of history. We should get it up and running.
Back at the shed, it's time to show Guy our finds.
Shall we just concentrate on what I know you're going to like, which is that, okay? We're not going to look at that. That looks as though it's been designed by Leonardo da Vinci as a helicopter.
I'm a bit shocked.
No, I know you would be. That's why I'm trying to get you to focus on that lovely C50 moped.
I already feel a bit better.
Good, man.
I've had a look round it, and it is remarkably original, which gives it quite a lot of value.
Right now, okay, so...
I'm walking past this thing on
No,
purpose.
no.
I'm walking past,
No.
and I see these lovely signs.
They're nice. That can is proper rare and lovely, right?
I like the sign as well. I like the
Yeah.
colour of that sign.
No, we've done well.
Yeah.
Right, now then, can we just talk about this?
Must we? It looks like a Wallace and Gromit cobbled together.
All right. That is a Morris Oxford. What people did is they got themselves a normal car, and then they converted it for usage Don Le Fields. That's French.
Okay.
Right? We'll get that going, right?
Yeah.
And then Milliard will arrive to sort out our engine on this, and hopefully we might be cutting some grass.
Now all we need is a plan with Guy and our mechanical genius, Alan Milliard.
Right, first up, Skidley, you're going to get on a moped.
Yeah, and I must say, I'm going to go cheap, as you say, and I'm going to put fuel in it and kick it and see if it fires.
We, on the other hand, are not going to go so cheap, are we?
No, I think this might need a little bit of work.
Right, so the first thing is try and get this going. And while I'm helping you with that, I will just clean up the Glyco and the raw daylight sign, because obviously that's a full resto that I need to do.
First things first, get the head off the Morris's engine to find out why it's stuck.
You got it? To you.
Yeah, I got blimey!
Oh dear, that's the problem.
There's a little bit of water in there, Henry.
Yeah, that's called water ingress.
But it looks in really good condition. If we can free this off, get that water out there, soak it out with some rag.
So there's water in the barrels, and at least one of the cylinders is rusted solid. Alan is going to have a go at brushing the rust off to free up the corroded pistons. In the meantime, Guy has refueled the Honda, but he's getting no joy out of the kickstart. And I'm embarking on the restoration of the trinket tree.
This is a light restoration, so basically, I mean, thank you very much. Hey, that's doubled its value. Right, just put that there to dry off. Beautiful. Right, let's have a look at the Glyco, shall we? A little bit of soap and water. Because also, you don't want to use stuff that's aggressive, okay, because you can never get it back again. Right, there we go. Right, let that dry off as well, and then we'll just anoint them both with just a little bit of oil. Lovely.
If only everyone was as efficient as me, Guy still can't get the Honda going. And though Alan's banished the rust, he needs some brute force to get his piston to move.
Okay, well look, this is fantastic. If we can actually get this freed up,
I think we can then see if it's got a spark.
and then if it's got a spark and that's freed up, we might well have a runner.
And after much banging, penetrating oil and some heavy-duty polishing, Alan has a go at turning the engine over with the starting handle.
Alan!
There we go.
You are a legend.
There we go.
Honestly, you are a
Unseen.
legend.
There are signs of life in the old engine yet.
We're rocking here, mate, honestly.
Alan cleans the plugs and sands the contacts and switches before turning to the magneto. After 80 years of service, the internal magnet is worn out, so he attaches an external magnet to boost the current generated when the starter handle is turned.
That increases the magnetic flux of the magneto.
Okay.
So now, if I hold the wire and put the finger on earth and turn it over...
What do you think? Don't get a shock.
Yes.
Alan's trick has succeeded, and our turbocharged magneto is going well.
Yeah, that's worked.
Next, Alan straightens up the gasket with his trusty lump hammer, and I rub a bit of oil down the bores to lubricate the cylinders and get the pistons moving more freely. The gasket is looking much better, but Guy is still struggling with the Honda. While Alan puts the head back on the Morris engine, Guy cleans the Honda's spark plugs and takes us all by surprise.
What have you just done?
He's got it working.
Sounds lovely.
He's beat us.
Well, that is a first. You got that going within 4 hours. I mean,
Can
10
I
minutes.
point out that mine is running before yours and there's two of you?
He's got a point.
Guy's only gone and fixed it. Amazing what new petrol and a very, very long clean of the spark plug can do. But for all his work on the magneto, Alan still can't start the Morris.
There's no spark.
You all right? How's that?
Mate, it goes lovely. It's a charming little thing. Just a little bit of tinkering with the float needle to stop the carb leaking. And I think then it's clean it and it'd be presentable.
If only it was the same with you.
Guy gives the carburettor 5 minutes in the ultrasonic cleaner. Then after some spit, polish and shiny stickers, the Honda is looking very saleable. Alan, however, just can't get the engine going, no matter how much welly he gives the starting handle.
I can't turn it any faster than that.
How does that make you feel?
Tired.
Okie dokie. I might have a plan.
When at first you don't succeed, try something with a bit more horsepower.
Because we can't turn the crank quick enough.
We're too old.
Right, because we're too old. So
Yes.
we are going to tow it and then see if that kind of sort of tow starts it. All aboard the Magical Mystery Tour. All right?
Yeah, good luck, lads.
All right, Skid.
Yeah, good luck.
Here we go. Here we go.
So this is spooky. We're doing our own tractor pull. Mike would be proud of us. There's a puff of smoke from the engine, and lo and behold, we've bump started our tractor. Just look at that. I'm not sure Wimbledon or Wembley will be calling, but it's working.
Okay, now. Oh, let's stop. There's a lot of smoke coming out.
Yes.
Mainly because there's probably not a lot of water in it.
No, that's right.
But at the same time...
It did cut.
It does, I think that's brilliant. I think all that it needs is for that blade, the mowing blade, to be a little bit higher up.
Happy days, right. The Bullnose Morris is something to do with that engine.
It's either a bullnose or it may even be a bit later and maybe a Cowley. This is obviously the wrong radiator.
So basically it's a mongrel.
Well, it would have been something that they would have built during those years where it's obviously a combination of a trailed horse mower, which has been linked up to a redundant car. Lots of these old cars ended up as sort of farm trucks and pickups.
But at the same time, mate, it's a piece of history, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah.
You know? Perhaps you might be interested, Pat.
Yes.
As a mate.
Well, it's all down to the price, I suppose. What do you want for it?
All right, well, look, 2-2.
Yeah. 1,500 quid would be more like where it would want to be.
Thank you.
That's good. Thank you.
All I know is I've got to get quite a good price then for me Glyco can, me Royal Daylight sign and me C50 Cub moped, and I might just wipe me face.
I expect you'll manage that. You'll find somebody for those bits.
Yeah, I'm sure, Pat. Thank you for that, mate. All I do know is that you've got yourself a piece of automotive history. Take a look at that.
That is actually
Yes,
a bicycle with a sidecar.
Yeah.
That is superb.
You can take your dog or your young child to the tennis court. Yeah. Because you can't play tennis on your own.
I'm Henry Cole,
Oh, I say, now then.
and along with fellow fanatics Fuzz Townsend
Look at this.
and top restorers Alan Milliard and Guy Willison, we're on the hunt for vintage treasures in the nation's sheds.
Light my fire.
We're going to buy them, fix them up, and sell them for a tidy profit.
Go on, son.
Welcome to Shed and Buried.
Where are we?
Where are we? We're just a few miles away, just threading our way through lovely villages near Penrith.
How long have I been asleep for?
Around about 4 hours.
What, like that? No wonder I've got a stiff neck.
Yeah, well, we're going to go and see Dave. Now, Dave has a lovely shed
Yeah.
full of surprises.
Surprises?
Yeah, so he's got bikes, he's got cars, he's got automotive
Everything.
memorabilia, he's got tools, he's got it all.
So whether we come back with a two-wheeler, a four-wheeler, or a no-brainer, who knows? But we're almost there.
We go right here.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're there. Come on, Dave.
Right.
Sort us out some massive. Now, Dave, tell me about how you got all this stuff.
I've collected for years and years and years.
Have you?
Yeah.
So, what is your love, though, Dave? Is it cars, bike, everything? What?
I suppose one of my big loves, which a lot of folk can't believe, is my 30s cars. I love them.
They're worth driving, you know. You
Yeah,
have to-
they are.
You have to get stuck into them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. So, look, there's some 30s cars, bikes,
Oh yeah, any bikes,
Yeah.
I've one or two.
Do you?
Not many, but...
I love the sound of that.
But of course, we've got to know, is everything for sale?
Not everything, no.
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 All right, okay.
I'll either say yes or no.
Okay.
And when I say no, I mean no.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. But there wouldn't be any room for... No. Okay, no. I got it. I can tell. I can look in his eye.
Yeah.
I can see that, man. All right, well, look.
good
Dave, I
lad.
can't thank you enough for letting us have a rummage.
No bother.
The tea also is excellent.
Yeah, cheers, Dave.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a great day. Come on, mate.
See you, mate.
See you later.
Wow, look at this stuff.
Oh, Fuzzer, seriously, mate. This is going to be a great day.
It is,
I mean,
isn't it?
look at it. Look at it.
Dave's first shed is not just an Aladdin's cave, it's Santa's grotto crossed with Treasure Island. With cars, motorbikes and automotive curios, like this driver training rig from the pre-computer age.
You know,
What?
perhaps it had a screen above it.
It says police radio.
Yeah.
Dave, come here.
Yes.
What was that?
That's a police driving simulator to learn people how to drive a Land Rover.
All right, so
Does
it's
that
actually
go
fixed.
round as well at the same time to distract you? Do you know what I mean? If you're a
it does.
policeman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blimey. That's well cool.
It's very cool.
I'm not sure what the market for that would be, but just next to it, there's a classic bike from 1982.
That is a Yamaha Turbo. They didn't really catch on, but at the same time now, they're properly emerging classics. But 600 miles from you,
677 miles.
that's got to be one of the lowest mileage Yamaha turbos surviving today. Well, I have to tell you, mate, as an investment, I think it's a great thing.
It does look like a great bike to have.
Do you want to go upstairs?
Up above, Dave's got more BSA Bantams than I've ever seen in one place.
Look at them. He must have about 20 of them.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But I'm not in the mood for a Bantam today, especially when they're surrounded by a peloton's worth of vintage racing bikes.
Now, all these retro racing 70s bicycles, again, if there's any bicycle that has a value,
Yeah.
it's probably one of them, because you can actually use them.
Yeah, that's right. So that Rallier Keep looks
That's
pretty
nice.
good, yeah.
But I mean, what are they? 150 quid? 200 quid? I don't know.
In the 1950s and 60s, as endurance races became hugely popular all over Europe, brands like Rally and BSA began producing racing bikes for the mass market, designed to look like the professional gear.
Cool, that's nice. Look at that, here. BSA,
Yeah.
early, what, 70s, gotta be.
Yeah,
eh?
I reckon so. Now, that would have been a school kid's treasure. That
dream.
Yeah, you'd have drip fed at the local bike shop.
Yeah.
A few shillings every week. You can go and have a look at it. Can I touch it? Yeah, you can
Yeah,
touch
yeah,
it.
yeah, so true, mate.
Spend a year saving up, and eventually that
Yeah,
would be there for you.
that would be there.
Yeah.
My other pick is something I've never seen before, a 1930s utility bike with a unique accessory.
That is actually
Yes,
a
it is.
bicycle with a sidecar.
Yeah. What it's for, right,
Yeah.
is you can take your dog or your young child to the tennis court, yeah? Because you can't play tennis on your own.
Isn't that a brilliant thing? I mean, it's going to
love
be as heavy as a lorry,
Of course.
but who cares? That's
cares?
superb. This sums up the British psyche.
Doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
As well as the bikes, Dave's got shelves full of automotive trinketry, including jugs,
These things are going up in price like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Accoutrement.
vintage oil cans,
Yeah, well, of course, you need that for your lever arm dampers and stuff like that.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
and a spark plug tester.
Just so much stuff in here. It's unbelievable.
We couldn't come to Dave's place, though, without checking out his cars. Back downstairs, he's got plenty.
Now, okay, so this is what I was looking at. It's a Monk. Whatever does that mean?
Okay, well, it looks like a trials car. So, actually
Hang on,
used
hang on,
for...
trials. What do you mean?
Yeah, trialling, going through trees, sort of, you know, actually
okay, yeah, I know.
specific set routines.
Off-road.
Yeah, off-roading in cars. Just two-wheel drives, but probably a Ford engine. Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah, it is. A little Ford 1172cc, I should imagine that is.
It's a point of entry for motorsport.
Hey,
You know?
imagine.
Yeah, you and me.
Yeah.
One day, mate, we'll enter together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More familiar, but no less delectable, is the Reliance scimitar in the next room.
Do you know what? I was just going through my head what we could potentially buy.
Yeah.
And now I'm walking here.
Yeah, I know, there's just so much more.
Most terrible state.
Yeah.
That, unlike me, looks as though it's weathered the ages. If
That's
you
right.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's probably a nice example.
Dave's got so much stuff that we need to take a break outside to take stock and work out what to bid on.
Come on then.
Yeah.
Let's just have a little rehash.
Okay.
A bicycle and sidecar.
That is fantastic, yeah.
BSA bicycle.
Yeah, again, that racer, yeah, that would be good. What about the rally racer as well?
Why not?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Put that in.
The Yamaha Turbo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What about that trinket tree upstairs?
Yeah,
cans.
The cans, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you the other thing you like is that scimitar GTU.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, so that
Yeah.
would be good.
Should we go and find out?
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
There's a lot to
Come on,
find
Dave.
out about.
I know, I'm confused. I've no idea what I'm doing. I'll probably buy something I wasn't expecting. Come on. Okay, well look, just straight in front of me I can see that Yamaha Turbo.
Yeah.
How much?
8,000.
I did that,
Yeah,
didn't I? Sorry.
Let's just go round the corner then to the other plethora of vehicles.
There's a 1971-72 Scimitar SE5A.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that for sale?
Yes.
How much will that be?
6.
6? Okay. Right, are we going upstairs now? So
I can't
let's
remember
start-
what's up there anymore.
Okay, here we go. Well, that's good. That is good news. Dave, you have a BSA racing bicycle up at the back on the right. How much?
100 quid.
Okay. Now, there is also a rally there.
Rally a Keep, white frame.
75 quid.
Okay. There is a bicycle up there with sidecar.
Ah, yeah.
And there's a tennis racket on it.
Yeah.
What's that about?
You tell me, I'll tell you. I don't know.
Is that available?
It would be, aye.
Ah,
Yeah, aye.
okay.
I don't know what it's worth. I don't know what you would bid for it. I don't know.
Spark plug tester?
Yeah.
I'll tell that.
How much would that be?
Does it work? Don't know. Okay, so
I
that's a
can't
no.
even remember now.
What
where-
happens if I go BSA bicycle, rally bicycle, spark plug tester,
Shockle.
shockle, can, and the bicycle with sidecar? 700 quid a lot.
No.
We're up in Penrith, haggling with Dave over 2 racing bikes, a can, a spark plug tester, and a sidecar special.
Why don't we just cut to the chase?
Go on then.
Right, 750 the lot.
780.
Oh, God almighty.
765.
Seeing as you say yes.
Thank you very much, Dave.
And it's me as well.
All right, oh. Oh, well.
Next day, back at the shed, it's time to show Guy the spoils.
Now, look, I don't want you to get too excited because I know you love your bicycles.
I do.
Would you agree that the white bicycle you clean up? Yeah?
Pump the tyres up, oil the chain,
Ready
maybe
to
adjust
go.
a few things, and it doesn't need any money spending on it.
No. But let's talk about this one, okay?
Yes.
Because I may be wrong, and I think we need to get the icon that is Chopper Roy over here, right?
Yep.
To tell us the SP. Why? Because he obviously has got 70 rally choppers,
Yeah.
right? Hence the name, as you
Yes,
know.
yeah.
But some of his choppers were licensed to BSA.
Yep.
Rally choppers.
Yes.
And this has rally on it.
Yeah.
Right? So could this be a really limited edition rally that is branded BSA? If it is, then it's worth some proper money.
We'll wait for Roy to get the lowdown on the BSA, But by far my favourite bike is our sidecar special.
This was the only thing that I really wanted to buy.
Was it really?
And I'll tell you why, because I don't think I'll ever see one of these again. So you've got a sidecar. Obviously, I can't get in that and neither can you.
No.
I'll tell you someone who can, and that'll be the Jelly Bean.
Yes.
So look, let's clean this up, hopefully get some air in the tyres, and then we'll take Jelly Bean out for a cup of tea.
Yeah, and this is a Hercules.
So what is it, 50s?
I'd say possibly a bit earlier than
Really?
that.
And also there's a whole structure here for the sidecar. It's not kind of Heath Robinson, is it?
No, it's meant to be, isn't it?
Meant to be, yeah. There's quite an eclectic mix.
Very.
So we'll get cleaning, polishing, tidying, riding, running, selling, and also we'll get Milliard to show us how that thing works.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So we'll start with the BSA. First, I get rid of the horrible yellow tape covering the logo.
I've made
I
a
think
mistake
you've added
yet.
50 quid.
I think we have. Do you think so?
Then Guy banishes the rusty chain with an angle grinder.
Well held.
I mean, honestly, mate, I have just basically saved our investment.
And then we start on the clean-up.
I am actually not using a jet wash.
I know.
I mean, that is a revelation.
It is a revelation, and I'm finally pleased to say you're taking heed of my advice.
Jet washers are great for getting big stuff cleaned quickly, but for something like this with delicate stickers and small moving parts, doing it by hand is much better.
Mate, this is all properly adjusted. There's no free play on this crank. It's lovely.
You know, I think it's a lovely little thing, man. I just took it because I just like the look of it. But actually, I think this is going to ride beautiful, don't you, by the time we finish?
Next up, we remove the front and rear mudguards, and Guy heads for the polisher. On modern bikes, mudguards are metallic plastic, but these are chromoly, so you can refresh them on a polishing mop.
So it's nicely polished. It's come up quite well, look. And it'll give you some idea, look. That's what it was. So I've just got the other one to do.
Guy refits the mudguards and then gets ready for the next challenge. New handlebar tape.
I don't want you moaning if this takes a time. Don't hold your breath.
I know.
Now putting on handlebar tape so it's all even and bulge-free is an art. So as ever, old Master Guy takes his time. Padded tape is a relatively new invention, dreamt up and patented in 1975 by an Italian, Emano Alberti. Guy's top tip is to throw away the end tape that usually comes in the packet and use electrical tape instead.
This stretches and grips it really nicely. I never use the stuff that comes with it.
How you getting on?
Nearly there, mate. I've got to put the bar plug in. There we go.
Mate, that is beautiful. You are going to do the other side?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can go back to sleep.
Great. Well done, mate. Very good. Adding value.
Next day, our resident mechanical genius, Alan Milliard, turns up to spark up our plug tester.
Now, Al, thanks for coming. Spark plug tester.
That looks really nice.
Yeah, now I want you to show us how that works, because we obviously have not got a clue. You have a look at it and just see what you reckon.
Immediately, he notices something that Fuzz and I missed.
Well, it's just a hollow shell. It's full of emptiness.
I thought that. There's no electrics to test the spark.
Very nice decorative item in your garage.
All right, so basically, we have ourselves quite a large and rather beautiful, looking on the bright side, decorative item.
I still think you make money on it.
Well, look, I mean, OK, all right. Well, look, Al, it's lovely to see you. Yeah? How nice and how sweet and how kind of you to pop over. While you're here, you couldn't fix the clutch on me Harley, could you?
So the spark tester is not quite what we hoped for. What about the BSA? Is that at least a rare limited edition? In the afternoon, Chopper Roy comes over for a bit of detective work.
Tee up. Look, that's for you.
He's got a vast selection of rally choppers and knows everything you need to know about the Rally brand.
Right, now Roy,
Yes.
it says Rally on it, but it's BSA.
Yeah, but obviously BSA made under licence, mainly mid to late 70s, sold in catalogues mostly. A few went to export, Freeman's, K's.
What, all the cheap catalogues?
All the cheap catalogues, yeah.
You don't have a precise date, do you?
Oh, well, where's the frame number? I can tell you.
Frame numbers at the back here.
I would say
There we go.
79. Built in Birmingham, Handsworth.
How do you know that?
July. You can pin it down on the numbers.
And it's relatively worthless.
Not completely.
No.
You're not going to retire.
Roy, I'm so pleased you turned up. You've wrecked my day. Thanks,
Cheers.
mate. All I've got to do now is try and sell it. And I've actually, Skid, got a lead.
Fantastic.
Well, it's not a limited edition, so it ain't worth loads, but it's a lovely old racer, and there's a shop nearby that might want both the BSA and the Rally Keep that Guy's riding.
Got to tell you, these things are bicycling nice.
This is lovely, mate. I would have no qualm of riding this all the time.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's lovely.
So Darren is a little shop in the village.
Yeah.
Right. And he is renowned as a good egg. He's into bicycles.
Yeah.
And he services them and all that kind of caper.
Yes.
Anyway, if we could get 300 the pair, we are in clover. Oh, this is lovely, mate.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Huh? On our retro bicycles?
Yeah.
The Rally didn't need any work, and we sorted the BSA in an afternoon. Let's hope Darren's in the market.
Oh, blimey. Cool.
Already got mine off.
Darren?
How you doing?
All right, mate. Darren, I'm Henry. Nice
you,
to
Henry?
see you,
How you
mate.
doing?
And this is Skid.
How you doing, Skid?
Nice to meet you.
Now, Darren, have I got some treats for you? I have to tell you, mate, I never... Oh, dear. From the 70s, I reckon.
Yeah, mid-70s, I guess.
Also, there is a little rally over there. Go and have a look. It's 80s, I think.
Can I tell you, that's absolutely straight, that bike.
I can see him on this.
Here we go,
What
look.
do you reckon, Darren?
Look, they might need a tiny bit of trim.
It's a bit old for me, but, you know. They all work lovely, don't they?
Now, hopefully, we may be on the same kind of ballpark where I would say I want 300 quid the pair.
£300 a pair.
Or, well, just per one. I mean, I don't mind. You can have this one.
Probably a bit rich for me, Henry. This
Okay.
reminds me of my youth.
Oh, okay,
This
mate.
one.
275.
Still a bit rich. Probably 250 is where I'll be at. 125 each.
All right, go on.
Sure?
Yeah. Go on, mate. Well,
That's
you know,
it.
you're
That's a
local.
deal.
I'll be honest,
Do you know what I mean?
we've made a tiny little bit on them.
Yeah.
You're not interested in... I've got a sidecar outfit cycle.
Oh, really?
Would you be interested in that?
I'll be interested in having a look.
I mean, it's what they call in the trade a novelty. Rather like that, but different. Hey?
Yes, there's a long story attached to that.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll put the tea on. I'll listen.
Okay.
So we paid Dave 765, and we've made 250. That means we're over 500 quid down. But we've still got the spark plug tester and the shock all tin to sell, and maybe me and Jelly might just hang on to the sidecar.
Are you enjoying it? Because if you are, I won't sell it because we can get this fettled and you and me can go play tennis. Huh? Oh, yeah, man. I'm loving it, me and my best friend. Hey?
Xin chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh Dogen của mình. Hôm nay của mình hoàn thành mới tranh một em bé đang đánh răng. Mọi người cùng chờ đón xem mình sẽ tô bức tranh này như này. Tô quần màu xanh. Cái đấy có cái bùa đỏ không? Xanh ngàn mình có một gram. Vậy là mình đã hoàn thành xong bức tranh. Cảm ơn người đã theo dõi. Sau mình hẹn gặp lại mọi người trong những video tiếp theo nhé.